Let me take out this music. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning, depending on where you're connecting from. Hello, how you doing? I hope you're good. If you can hear me, please just say hello in the comments so I can confirm you can hear me. If you can hear me, please say hello in the comments. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. If you can hear me, please say hello in the comments so that I know you can hear me clearly. If my sound is good, please let me know that it's good. Say hello in the comments so that I know you are here. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you're connecting from. My name is Joseph Etim, and I'm just super excited to be here today. So if you can hear me, leave a comment. Let me know you can hear me. If you can hear me, you can hear me, leave a comment. Let me know you can hear me. Good evening. My face is shiny. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Let me bring up the topic. Let me bring up the topic so we can run very fast. Let me bring up the topic. Our topic is personal reinvention, the mindset and actions needed to achieve unprecedented results. But before we get started, if you can hear me, oops, there is an Ifunaya here. Hello, good evening, Ifunaya. Ifunaya, let me know where you're connecting from. Am I correct? Ifunaya Chuku Favor, you're correct. Hello, 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 hello. Ifunaya, let me know where you're connecting from. Where are thou? Where are you connecting from? Let me know where you're connecting from. Hello, Ifunaya Chuku Favor. Let me know where you're connecting from. And today for me is going to be really exciting. I think this is the first session we're having since after the conference, and I'm just Anambra. If is connecting from Anambra, hello. How is Anam Anam Anambra? Anambra. Is it Anambra or Anambra? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just super excited. It's been a long time coming. I think this is the first session we're having since after the Connect conference we had in Abuja and in Lagos. And for many reasons, I'm just so excited, and I'm sure you're excited too. Hello, hello, Charles. Hello, Charles from Ibadan. Charles, you're back to Ibadan. Kingston. Hello. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's connecting from Abuja. How is Abuja today? How's Abuja now? Kingston, not Kingston. Kingston. Hope I'm correct with the pronunciation of your name. Kingston. Hello, Kingston. How you doing? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I'm sure we are well. Hello, Charles. Charles, how are you doing? How is Ibadan today? Is it raining? Is it cold? What's happening? Today's topic is for me is really exciting, and it's one topic that I'm really, really pumped and excited to share. But what I want us to do is amazing. Kingston, Abuja is going on. Thanks, amazing. So one of the things I would love us to do is to share the link with our friends for them to be able to join. Just take a few seconds, share the link with your friends so that they can be a part of what we're doing here today. So I give you guys, we can have 2 minutes to just do that quickly. Share the links with your friends. Share the links with your friends so that they can join. You can quickly share the links with your friends so that they can join. You can quickly share the links with your friends so that they can join. You can quickly share the link with your friends. Let me sort this out on the group. You can quickly share the links with your friends so that they can join. Whoa, personal reinvention, the mindset and action needed to achieve unprecedented results. The mindset and actions required to achieve unprecedented results. Now, for me, this topic for me is very personal, and I hope that during the course of this session, we would learn a lot because the theme is timely for me. It's timely for everybody. Personal reinvention. So when we talk about personal reinvention, um, a lot of things would come to mind. Now, personal reinvention is different from personal reinvention. What's happening in the comment? Okay, Kingston. Okay. Uh, Hello, Favor Stanley, connecting from Abuja. Favor, how are you doing? Great to have you here. Great to have you here. Great to have you here. Charles is saying Ibadan is fine and we are good, sir. Amazing, 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 amazing. Thank you guys for joining. Send the links to your friends so they can join and connect so that they can also learn as well. Right. So I want us to understand that when we talk about personal reinvention is quite different from transitioning, because a lot of people try to mix that up often. So personal reinvention, transitioning, they are just it is when you have reinvented that you can transition. And again, you can transition without really reinventing yourself, right? But for the topic for today, personal reinvention, the mindset and actions needed to achieve unprecedented results. And I want us to really pay attention. I want us to really give in this time. I think if we're not um, if we have time, I think in the next 1 hour, I should be able to do something with that time and let us go and continue our evening, right? So, one of the things I want us to understand is when it comes to reinvention, one of the things you must desire is achieving unprecedented results, right? Things that have never been done before, things that are new, things that have never been done before, things that are never known, things that are new in your environment, right? You must be able to understand that the things I want to do for myself, is it new, right? So when it comes to personal reinvention, these are the processes that is involved in you rebirthing, giving birth to a new version of you, a version of you that can attract new possibilities, a version of you that can attract new opportunities, right? So when you want to reinvent yourself, you must ask yourself a couple of questions, which we'll be diving into once we get started. So again, what is personal reinvention? These are the processes that is involved in you trying to rebirth, achieve more, do more, unlock a new dimension of you, right? And a lot of you be asking, who is this guy talking to us today? So I'll just do a brief introduction before I move straight to it. I'll just do a brief introduction. Already, my name is Joseph Etim. I'm a brand and media expert. I provide valuable support to organizations and executives, enhancing stakeholder and community engagement. Notably, I'm the founder of Young People Connect Africa, a thriving community of change makers, leaders, and entrepreneurs. I'm an alumni of the Young African Leaders Initiative. We often call it YALI. Really is resident in Accra, Ghana. I've been able to, over the years, with my team, we've been able to impact the lives of over 6,000 people. This is old. We've exceeded the number we've reached out to. We've been able to impact over 10,000 young Africans through YPC Africa. We've been able to equip them with the essential skills for success in entrepreneurial and technology-driven context, contributing to Africa's economic growth and social development. Right. Through my effort beyond YPC Africa, I've also been instrumental in the highly anticipated, the English Day. I'm the convener of the most anticipated Connect conference. And interestingly, this year for us, we were able to host, I think this year was our fifth anniversary. This year was our fifth anniversary. We just hosted the fifth edition of Connect Conference and the first in the city of Lagos, which was a really big milestone for us. We were able to host Connect Conference in two cities in 2024, in the city of Abuja and in the city of Lagos. And over the years, we've been able to host over 2,500 young entrepreneurs, change makers, professionals, and everybody that cut across different industries. And through partnership and collaboration, we've been able to connect young people to numerous opportunities, impactful projects, and innovative startup ideas. My remarkable achievement has been recognized, highlighting my influence through education and social good. Continuously, I invest in my personal growth and I hold several certification in personal branding and career fit from Skill Hub Business School, Nigeria, and in international leadership and organizational behavior from the SDA University of Bocconi, which is resident in Italy. My main focus is income, influence, and impact. And my innovative ideas in entrepreneurship, strategic leadership, and digital business models drive positive. I've been able to drive positive change. My dedication is in shaping a better future for young Africans, which serves as inspiration for all. And today, I'm just super excited to be sharing with us. And I hope that we have a open heart. Our hearts are open because some of the things I'll be sharing here, I'm not sure I've shared it before. And for some of you, this is the first time you're connecting to listen to me live. If this is the first time you're listening to me live, please let me know in the comment. This is your first time of listening to me live. Probably you've seen me in person, but you've never listened to me live before. Probably it's your first time. I'd just like to hear from you in the comment and we can get to it. So, personal reinvention, the mindset and action needed to achieve unprecedented results. First of all, I'd like to ask this question: how many of us in this room desire unprecedented results? How many of us in this room watching me live, how many of us in this room watching me live, you desire a particular kind of result at a higher level? You want to switch your game, you want to change what you're doing, you want to take it to the next level. How many of us? If you're watching live, let me hear you. Let me see in the comment. You want a new level of ascension when it comes to unprecedented results. Hello, Perpetua. Hello, Perpetua. Hello. How many of us want a different level of result? How many of us want a different level of result at a higher level, at a higher frequency? Now, one of the things I would like to start with is the question of desire, right? One of the things I would like to start with is a question of desire. One of the things I would like to start with is a question of desire. Now, we live in a world where a lot of people don't have desires, right? And for some people, the quality of desires you have is a product of your current environment, is a product of the current things that you've been exposed to. So when you think that you have a desire and you are in a room where people are actually sharing their vision, they are sharing their plans for their lives, you're like, hey God, what am I actually doing in my life? Right? So one of the things this session is going to help you to do is to rethink and take action. Is to rethink and take action. This is not a conference or a webinar where you will be discouraged or you'll be telling yourself, but it's already just like it's already end of the year now. No, it's not the end of the year. One of the things I tell people is that Anytime you wake up, that is when your own life starts, right? Jessica, thank you. One of the things I tell people is that whenever you wake up, that is when your own life starts, right? So it doesn't matter how many years of your life you've been at a particular frequency. It doesn't matter how many years of your life you've been stuck at a point. It doesn't matter how many years of your life you've been going through cycles. It doesn't matter how many years of your life you've wasted. It doesn't matter what you've done with yourself. One of the things you must understand is the day you decide the day you decide that you want to be serious with your life, that is the day your life will start. That is the day that your personal reinvention journey would start, right? So I think that one of the things you need to understand is you're in the right place. So first of all, if you don't have your notepad, you want to quickly get a note where you can write things down, right? You want to quickly get a note where you can write things down because some of the things I'll be sharing, you may want to go back and revisit, right? You may want to go back and revisit. So, what are the mindsets, the actions you need to be able to achieve unprecedented results? What are the mindsets you need for it to be able to unlock a new possibility for your life? Now, before I get deep, before I take a deep dive into what I'm supposed to teach today, right? Um, See who we have here. Now, when you wake up, yeah, for real, and I love talking about the story of Abraham. Dr. Jumbo is connecting from the United States of America. Good evening. I don't know what time is it over there, boy. Over here is about past 8 o'clock. And thank you so much, sir, for joining. It's a privilege, and I'm excited that you were able to join in. um, One of the stories that inspire me a lot is the story in the Bible about this man we know so much about, the story of Abraham. We know so much about Jacob, we know so much about Joseph, we know so much about David. They started at a very young age. We know so much about Jesus. Jesus from age 12, he was already speaking in big vocabularies. He was already in the temple dishing and teaching people that were already knowledgeable. The Pharisee guys, and whenever I want to ponder on what it means to reinvent yourself, one of the people that comes to mind for me, one of the people that comes to mind to me, one of the people that comes to mind to me is Abraham. So imagine that he was first called Abram, then he reinvented to Abraham, father of many nations. And for me, that story is very, very inspiring because at the age of 75, imagine you've lived your life how many decades? This is the seventh. And that is when you are deciding to have a U-turn. This is when you are deciding to have an entirely new life. This is when you are deciding to start something new for yourself, right? I'm not saying that you want to get to 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or even 100 before you decide to start your life. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't matter how many years of your life you've wasted. You must understand that the day you decide that you want a new life, that is when your life starts. That is when your life starts. That is when your life starts. And it's funny because a lot of people don't have this desire. A lot of people don't want anything good for themselves. They don't want any, a lot of people they don't believe that it's possible. They don't believe that they can have a new life. And that's one of the things I'll be dealing with tonight. Reinvention, personal reinvention. I'll get to a point where I will try to be tackling those belief system, those mindset that hinder you, right? You must understand that the new possibilities that are available in the new world right now is possible for you. The kind of life you want is possible for you. So the kind of life you want is not just possible for a certain category of people. It's not just possible for a certain class of people. It's not just possible for a people that people you think. So we talk about global opportunity, talk about traveling abroad, traveling around the world, we talk about doing things at a particular frequency. You think, Joseph, I feel you, Joseph. You know, go understand. No, that kind of life is for you too. So there's some things I'll be sharing here tonight that you've never heard before. You say, it's true, But if you take the action, your life will change like this. Like this. One of the things I like talking about is anybody's life can change overnight. But you must undergo the journey of personal reinvention. Anybody's life can change overnight. Anybody. But the problem is, a lot of people are not willing and ready to pay the price. A lot of people are not willing and ready to do it, to pay the price. We want big things, we want good things, but when it comes to the price, people don't want to pay. We want things easy. It doesn't work like that. See, if you want result at a particular frequency, it takes some certain level of work to be able to unlock that kind of result. Achieving unprecedented results, new results, new possibilities. You must understand that there is a version of you that is required to unlock that level of breakthrough for your life. So if anything must change in your life, it has to begin with you first. So you can't just wake up and say, I want to become this, I want to become that. Do you really understand the cost? Or you just think that it's easy to just wish anything? The easiest thing to do is to talk. Anybody can talk. Anybody can talk. Anybody can say anything. But to achieve, to become, there's a price to pay. So the first thing we must understand when it comes to personal reinvention, the first thing, that 10 things here I wrote down that I hope to share if we have time. The first thing here is accurate self knowledge. 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 Not self knowledge. Accurate self knowledge. Now, there's an issue here because a lot of times, a lot of people don't really understand or know who they are. You don't know your capability. And the problem is that when you don't know your capability, you don't even know what you can do and what you cannot do. You don't know your limits. So you don't even know how much you can stretch. Accurate self-knowledge. You must start by taking stock of your current self, your skills, your values, your habits, and your mindset. See, one of the things you must learn and unlearn is the issue of mindset. See, there is a mindset of lack and there is a mindset of abundance. And for so many people that grew up in the kind of places we grew up, you know, the kind of parent, the kind of environment, it's natural, it's normal for you to have that poverty mentality. It's normal. It's normal. And it's funny because when I talk about accurate self-knowledge, a lot of people don't even know that they have this they don't have, they don't a lot of people don't know that they have this mindset too. They don't know. This ancient, poor, low self-esteem, this poverty mindset, that mindset of lack. So there is mindset of abundance, there is mindset of lack. So a lot of people don't really understand that all their life they've been living and struggling with the mindset of lack. So whenever an opportunity comes, you just shave it one side. Joseph, Joe, bro, I feel you, bro. You're not gonna understand. I feel you. Walai, I feel you. Joe, I understand what you're saying, but you're not gonna understand. No, no. Personal reinvention requires that you question everything that has happened to you over the years. Personal reinvention requires that everything that has happened to you, you should be able to question everything that has happened. Why did this happen? Why was this me? Why is it that whenever I have, see, the first time in my life, First time in my life, you know, I got, there was this international NGO. I think that was, I don't want to mention the year, some of you will know. Some of you will know. There was this let me not say NGO, there was this organization um, that called me and some of my team then in Calabar to come do a job in Abuja. This is what happened. They gave everybody, like the company was paid, but poverty mentality has dealt with me. So we were to fly to Abuja. Guess what happened? The other person booked. Guess what Joseph team did? I used my money. Oh. I said, let me save this amount. Let me use boss. Then boss was like 9K, I be 6K. Poverty mentality. Poverty mentality will tell you that this money, you can do so much with this money. Poverty mentality will tell you that you have never earned this amount before in your life. Why do you want to squander all? Poverty mentality will hold you like this. That this is what if this is the last of this kind of amount you ever see in your life? Poverty mentality will be whispering. What if this money will finish? Don't touch my hand. Not become a fine boy. Poverty mentality will tell you, what if this money will finish? What if you never get to see this kind of money again? Why do you have to spend it? Save it, put it in a bank account. Poverty mentality. And for some of us, we think that we're doing so well. Yeah. My other colleagues, they were flying, enjoying the airplane, dragging who will sit, who will have the window seat, who were dragging, who will enter bus, and who's. I know the funny thing, when you enter bus for 12 hours, 11 hours, your leg, hi. I remember there was a time we entered bus, the the motor, the vehicle or bus, whatever, it went bad, and that was the day I told myself I will never in my life use bus again. I will never. That was the time that this bus, you know how bus will spoil. Hi, the bus went bad. It took us 2 days, a journey of maybe 6, 7, 9, 12 hours. It took us 2 days. It took me 2 days to see my home. Oh, my home. You know that song? Oh, my home. Oh, my home. When sad I see. It took me 2 days. And this was just because I was trying to what? Save money. But we forget about the experience that flying. Now, this is not about flying. Rich people understand time. Poor people understand money, money, money. So a rich man would pay you money to buy your time, but a poor man will want to accumulate so much money that they don't even know how to spend. One of the things that you must let go if you want to reinvent yourself is that mindset of lack. That mindset of lack, it will see poverty will sit you down like two of you will be gisting, and you think the poverty is making sense. See, listen to me. Oh. I want you guys to follow me, please. We're going somewhere. I want you guys to follow me, please. We're going somewhere, right? You can't trade the experience that wealth, access to a new possibility can do for you. And that's one of the reasons why, when I was in school, one of the things I used to tell my people is when you have money, there are some places you should go to. Just go to a place, just receive, let AC touch you. Then in Calabar, there was this hotel. I don't want to use any name just because I don't know how far this video would go. There was this particular, I think that was the best hotel then, right? Whenever we have some small, then we just have one small money like that. Just go there, Let AC just blow. Just sit down at the lounge. Let people let the white guys, people be passing. Just go to the restaurant. Let them they used to play music. Just feel like a big man for once in your life. And the funny thing is, it's not funny. The reality is, when you go to places like this, you begin to tell yourself, you begin to see yourself in what is happening. This kind of life is possible for me too. I can eat this too. Some of you in your life, you've been eating rice without meat, soup without meat. Then in school now, when we were in university, those days in university, I don't know if they still do it right now. You buy soup, afang melon, mix it. I don't used to do that. I don't do that. Um, you buy soup, no pull meat. Use the meat, pugari. Like people that do that, they understand what I'm saying. Remove the meat, that meat, use that and pugari so that you can eat, right? But we don't understand that when you are in a place like this, there are so many things that happen to your mind. You are unlocking some certain level of possibility that you never knew existed. There is what that AC does to you. There are some business ideas that comes to mind when you are in a particular place. There are some ideas that come. Again, there are some ideas that die depending on where you go to. Yes, some ideas that die. There's some ideas that die. There are ideas that die. There's some places you go to eat that your head will be blocked for the next 2 months. You cannot think beyond that kind of soup, that kind of rice, that kind of food. You can't think. What this does is when you go to a place where you eat a meal for 26,000, for 30 something thousand, for 40 something thousand, for 100 and something thousand, you go to a hotel, you lodge for this amount of money. What that does, hear me, what that does is a new level of possibilities unlocked. You want to experience it again. So if there's a particular business you've been doing, you want to do more, you want to repeat, you want to earn more so that you can repeat that kind of experience. Imagine in school, then I don't know how much is food now. Then you can eat food for 250, and eating food for even how can you eat food for 500? Even your friend, you pay me back my money, right? Pay back my money. So eating for 400 was luxury. Mama put eating food 400 was luxury. So imagine that you need to eat times three in a day. How much is that? Let's say eat for four. Let's say you want to eat for 300. That's 900 naira. So all you need to do is just hustle for how much for you to be able to eat that kind of food. But imagine that the kind of places you are going to. I'm not saying spend your money on food or don't cook at home or something like that. I'm just trying to help you guys understand the experience, what it unlocks, right? So you go to a place where the food is 5,000 naira, 6,000 naira, 8,000 naira, 16,000 naira. When you eat that food, whether forget whether it's sweet or not. When you eat that food, again, you have to go to some places that their food are nice, right? So when you eat that kind of food, it affects the kind of conversation you have because the kind of business, the kind of deals you want to have. How much do you charge for this? In your head, the person has to pay for your food. The person has to pay for your flight. So you wonder why the same thing you are doing, this other person is charging times 50. Like you're charging 5,000 naira, this person is charging 50,000 naira. Why? Mindset. Mindset. Some of you are not better than the person that is charging 150. It's just mindset. But again, you've not been able to operate at a frequency that you become believable. Reinventing yourself requires that you change it's like a total rebirth from how you look. For some of you that saw me or knew me, or I don't know if there's anybody that knew me back then in school, you know, these guys, I'm always on sit. I did try. Go and check. I used to wear tie 247. Hit want to kill me. I wear tie 247. Because that's how we were brought up. I'm not wearing a suit, I'm wearing a jacket with my tie. I had so many shirts then. Not now that we're doing polo, right? Because I was trying to dress in a way that when I try to talk to you about my offer, it's already convincing and compelling enough. Some of the reason why you cannot be given a second chance is not because you're not good enough. It's not because you're not the best at what you do, but your outlook is not befitting of the things you say with your mouth. I am the best in this. Nobody believes you because look at how you look. I used to have a friend then when we go to a bank, he doesn't joke. He had this big body, right? So when we go to a bank, he would stash his clothes, look very big, right? He would stash his clothes and look very big. Who is this that knows me? Jessica. Hello, Jessica. Jessica, yeah, you're always looking really nice. Thank you. Thank you. At least so that my haters will not say I'm lying. Some environment kills ideas, yes. So I was talking about this, my friend. When we go to the bank, you would dress your way of looking like a student. He would dress like your father. Guess what happened? When we go to the bank, he would just call one staff. Hello, come. If you just speak one English, the next thing they'll take him upstairs and attend to him. Then he'll come down and tell me, Joe, I don't finish, more they go. And I'm like, how did you do it? How you dress changes everything. Before people hear what you say, they've already gauged you. They say, don't judge a book by its cover. What if the book is not good? In the current world we live in, the cover of the book is everything. At least I've been seeing on social media that before they even advertise a book, the content, they'll be actually choose a cover because people understand that a cover can be 50% of what will make people to decide if they want to buy. Go and make your cover not to be fine now. He dressed, stashed. He's done. He can call the manager. You, hello. You okay? Come. I'm having issue with my app and I don't know who. They'll all seek you to carry him upstairs. You've been standing, sweating, sweating. You're wearing slippers, you're wearing singlets, you don't care how you dress. That is why you are treated the way you are treated. Because you don't understand that the level you want to operate in, there's a dress for that level. There's a dress. There is how people perceive, there's how people recognize people that are at, there's how they are perceived and received. Don't mind me. I think that just I did something there. Perceived and received. I didn't mean to do that. Accurate self-knowledge. Accurate self-knowledge. It must be accurate. You must start by taking stock. This mindset I have, it will cost me a lot to. This poverty mentality will cost me a lot to. How do I need to pause? What do I need to do to be able to plug into these new possibilities? Where do I need to start going? Where do I need to stop going? Where do I need to stop going? A lot of us, there's some places that we should stop going for crying out loud. Some things can only happen to some people because of the kind of places they go to. I'll give us this example. Forgive me for bringing back old memories. Forgive me for bringing back old memories. For those that grew up, or for those that schooled, or if you are familiar with the city of Calabar, there's a time in my life I used to stay in the hostel. Year one, my sister came one time. She said, "Ah, you can never stay here." Oh. That was 1 year, sef. You can never stay here. Oh. And they took me out to go and stay off camp, right? And there was a place I was staying off campus. How many of us know about Calabar South? How many of you know about Calabar South? Please permit me, for those that don't know Calabar very well. Sorry, I may just have to use some analogies here and there to just help us understand what I'm trying to say. You know, there was this place in Calabar I was staying, Calabar South. How many of you know Calabar South? Calabar South is a place in Cross River State where all the bad things are happening, all the bad things, all the bad boys, bad gang, cultists, everything bad is in Calabar South. And I used to stay around Golden Man Zion then. And this is what used to happen. Every evening, when I'm in prep class trying to read my book, my sister will call me, Joe, Afa, no come back house today. Oh. They fight for street, they don't lock gates. And I'm like, okay, Jessica, good, you know the place. Amazing. Right? So I said, okay, I'll not come back. I'll stay back in school. And in the morning, I go back to probably in the morning I go to the hostel to take my shower and go back home to change or just wear the same clothes and whatever. Then in pre-degree year one, who cares about what anybody's wearing? What concern me? We'll go back to class like that, right? But this is the story I'm trying to share. When I later moved to Satellite Town, how many of you know Satellite Town in the same city of Calabar? When they are saying that there are clashes and all those issues in Calabar South, Satellite Town, we can't relate. We can't relate because Satellite Town is peaceful. Why they're saying that they killed 3 people in Calabar South? We can't relate. We can't relate because Satellite Town is operating on a different frequency. The kind of people that live in Satellite Town, they are sane human beings. The kind of people that live in this other side, so it's like the world is just it's a world of two. Like it's just the difference is clear. So the kind of things that we experience in this area is different from what these people in this area will experience. Why? They are two different worlds. So my question to you is, which world are you currently living in? Where are you operating from? What kind of friends are you keeping? What kind of books do you read? What kind of books do you read? Some of you don't even read any book at all. You don't even understand what it means to read a book. There was a time in my life when if I don't read a book in a day, it's like I want to die. I'm always trying to feed my mind because I discovered a new dimension of possibility that requires knowledge. To activate this, you need new knowledge, new knowledge, new knowledge, new knowledge, new knowledge. So I started reading books. But there was a time in my life where all the kind of books I was trying to read was academic books. I understood that aside from academic books, there's a new life that requires you to understand yourself. There was a point in my life I used to have issue with people. Everybody I'm having issues. Quarrel, quarrel. So I started questioning myself. Started questioning myself. Started questioning myself. And there was this book that gave the perfect description of what I want, the answers I wanted. The first book in my life I ever read was this book by Tim LaHaye, Why You Act the Way You Do. How many of you have seen that book? And when I saw that book, that's when I understood, okay. There's some books you read, you say, okay, hi. They don't catch me. Shit. It's not only me. Oh. There's some things that you're currently experiencing, you think it's only you. There's some troubles you have, you think it's only you. Then in my life, I did not believe that someone that was a talkative could be a quiet person. Some people see me now and think that I'm an introvert. Those that knew me, I was an extrovert. I was a sanguine to the highest. But I came to a point where I understood that see, this temperament will not help my life. Oh. This temperament would steal many opportunities from me. This temperament of always arguing, fighting, dragging, this argument of always trying to be forceful. It was stealing things from me. It was stealing opportunities from me. It was stealing friendship from me. It was stealing relationship from me. And I understood what I wanted. I understood what I wanted. So one of the things you must first of all sort out for yourself is accurate self-knowledge. What is about me that can steal opportunities from me? Some of you, the heartbreaks, the relationship that you have destroyed in your life, it's not because of the other person. It's because of your current version of you. Some of you say, this is why I am, or this is why I am. Or that is why you've lost businesses, you've lost clients, you've lost customers, you've lost so many things. You've lost your Instagram and social media platform, you've lost it. I guess we are back. Please let me know if we're back. Sorry, guys. I didn't know my router was not plugged. I didn't know my router was not plugged. So it went down. Sorry. Please confirm you can hear me, please. Are we back? So sorry about that disruption. I didn't know that my router wasn't plugged. So it happens. Confirm you can hear me, please. Let me know that we're back, please. Confirm. Okay, amazing. Amazing. So what was I saying before we lost me? Are we enjoying this? Are we enjoying this? Are we enjoying this? Are we enjoying this? Perpetua. Good to have you here. I'm so excited. I've known Perpetua from back in the days. I think Perpetua knew the Joseph Etim 1.0, 1.0, 1.0. 1.0. So I guess I'm back. What was I saying? Try to take me back. What was I saying? What was I saying? What was I saying? Hey, who can help me recall what I was saying? Who can help me recall what I was saying? Let me know if you guys were following. Don't worry, my network will not go down again. I didn't plug it the last time, so I didn't even know it went. The battery to my router was low, so it happened. It's plugged now. What was I saying, please? If you guys can remember what I was saying, and I'll flow. I want to be sure you guys are following me. Where did I stop? Where did I stop? Who was following? Who was following? Just leave in the comment, please, if you know where we stopped. See the 0 point. Oh my god. Imagine I say she knew the 0.00. Hello, Joseph Okoro. Glad to have you here. Thanks for making it here. Joseph was at our Connect Conference Lagos, and it was just beautiful. When I went to Lagos, I said, people are smart too. Lagos has the most intelligent people on earth in Nigeria. If you're not in Lagos, if you're not plugged into Lagos, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know what you're doing with your life. There's some things I used to say. That's I would not say it because some of you now you now start dragging me. I will not say it. But there's some people that if you don't know, there's some places that if you are not at, you can never make it in life. I'll explain that. Some of you argue, but you know. So you were talking about your extrovert self was not good fit for the future. This is amazing. Okay. I think I remember what I was saying now. Guess you were talking about Calabar South and Salatana. I had passed that place. So I was talking about a lot of people think that I'm an introvert. I am not an introvert. I'm not an introvert. Or maybe I've been able to reinvent myself to a version of myself that, depending on who I'm with or where I am, I can pick the energy in the room and try to be the person that energy in the room can reward. I'll try to explain. Now, when I was a bit younger, I used to think that being an introvert was one big advantage until that thing cost me so many opportunities. You have issues with people everywhere. Then I read that first book I mentioned, Why You Act the Way You Do by Tim LaHaye. And I was like, this man was telling me about myself. So what it means is why I act the way I do is because of my current temperament. It's about my current disposition to things. It's about my current level of knowledge. It's about how I see myself. It's about how I behave. And for some of us, we think that being an introvert or an extrovert, anything, you think that it will serve you. It may not. It may not. See, being an introvert or extrovert doesn't serve anybody. What you must understand is this environment, what lifestyle, what kind of people can it reward? See, you can't come into a room and everybody is trying to network, everybody's trying to talk, everybody's trying to be happy, everybody's trying to be jovial, everybody's trying to connect, and you're coming to sit down one place. Now, I always feel sad whenever I organize events and people will come and buy exclusive tickets. Like, how dare you get an exclusive ticket and you come to the room and you're seated? You don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to network. You don't want to mind your business. And you paid for exclusive ticket. Why didn't you just stream online? Why didn't you stream online? Online was even free, or maybe the ticket for online is very low. Why didn't you stream online? Why do you have to pay that amount of money to come and say you're an introvert? Joseph, I'm an introvert. I don't like people. I don't like the attention. I don't like people talking to. The funny thing is, you see how I'm behaving like this? This is not who I am. But because I have to teach us, I have to bring out this thing you are seeing, this aura. Everything you are seeing is just to be able to deliver this session. When I'm done, I'll go back to that quiet Joseph. Sometimes you see me, I'm this energy Joseph. Why? Because I understand that the energy in the room requires the energy in the room. Joseph is saying the person that the energy in the room can reward. Exactly. I'm an introvert. Oh, why are you not doing this? I'm an introvert. Why are you behaving? I'm an extrovert. Nah, this room is for quiet people. Can't you see? Everybody's quiet. Everybody's trying to brainstorm. Everybody's trying to be intelligent. Why are you talking too much? No, 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 no. That's why I am. That is why you be chased out of the room. That is why you be denied that opportunity because you think this version of you is required. No, it's what called psychographics. Your ability to wear a lens to see what is required here right now. How does this place work? What is the rule? What are the do's and don'ts? Do's and don'ts. Do's and don'ts. You can't just walk into a room and you think you can just switch up this version of you or see whether you like talking or not. There's some places you should learn how to talk. I'm still on point one. Accurate self-knowledge. Start with taking stock of your current self, your skills, your values, your habit, and your mindset. What are your values? What do you value? What do you value? What exactly do you value? We're talking about personal reinvention, the mindset and actions required to achieve unprecedented results. Unprecedented results, I talked about things that have never been done before, things that can start with you. Unprecedented. It's already 9 o'clock. Should we continue? Of course, but let me hear your view. Should we continue? Should we continue? Are we enjoying this? Are we enjoying this? Are we enjoying this? Are we enjoying this? Should I continue? Send the link to that your friend that you want your friend to come and learn. Send a link to your friend to come and learn. Should I continue? Should I continue? Should I continue? Should I continue? Let me know. You guys are not saying anything now. Should I continue? Okay, if you're not saying I should continue, we should. Amazing. Amazing. Hmm. Joseph said I should continue. So I have to deliver. I have to deliver. I have to deliver. I have to deliver. Right? Jessica will do it for you. Accurate self knowledge. Okay. Charles is saying I should continue. So I would continue. I would continue. I'm glad to continue. I would continue. Thank you for permitting me. Ouch. Thank you for permitting me. So to reinvent yourself, to reinvent yourself, to reinvent yourself, the first question you must ask yourself is a lot of you know about this question. A lot of you know about this question. Ouch. Sorry. This is disturbing me. A lot of you know about this question, but you've never paid attention to it. And I'd like to draw your mind back to it. The question of what exactly do you want? Write it down. What exactly do you want? To be able to reinvent yourself, you must ask yourself some hard questions. You must ask yourself some hard questions. Josephine, Perpetua, Joseph Okoro, Jessica, what exactly do I want? Now, it's funny because there are a lot of things that will be enticing. Oh my God. Should I go? Should I go deep? There are a lot of things that will be enticing. Today, discover that, okay, entertainers are earning more. Should I become a comedian? I make I just go start skit. This business no dey pay again. Hi. I go open one TikTok account begin dey shake my body. Hey, wetin I go do now wey go pay me good money? Chai. I make I just japa. Go find one work dey just rest, just make I go rest. Chai. But I phone you. What if I start skit? And some of us, we've had this beautiful, work, crazy, sweet ideas, whatever you call it, until you start. Give it 2 months. Some of you don't even, what is 2 months? What is 2 months? What is 2 months? What is 2 months? Some of you don't even reach 1 week, 2 weeks. You're tired, you're exhausted because that's not really what you want. You're trying to just satisfy yourself that period. What exactly do you want? Oh my God, it's like this skill is paying now. It's like this business is paying now. Let me also start. Everybody's into real estate. Let me go and everybody's trying to let me. It's not about what everybody's doing, guys. What exactly do you want? One of the things that I know is that I know what I want and I know what I don't want. It's not just enough for you to know what you want. You must know what you don't want. There's some things I want to put up on my social media. I say, this is not me. This is not what I want to be known for. This is not what I want to be celebrated for. This is not what I want to be part of my pedigree, my persona. This is not part. This is not what I want to be part of my legacy. This is not it. Guys, the first question you must ask yourself is what exactly do you want? Knowing exactly what you don't want. Question number 2, what is working? What is working? Sometimes we never get to ask ourselves what is working. What is working? What do you want? Is it fame? Is it wealth? Is it financial freedom? Is it a life of options? You must want something. Now, the problem is that when you don't want something, but you start everything, you start comparing yourself with other people that are doing well for themselves, even those that are not doing well. Because when you start to compare, you think that your own life is backward. And you forget that the people that you are comparing yourselves with, that you think that are doing better than you, them too, they're thinking you are doing better than them. So why are you trying to compare yourself with another person? Instead of comparing, try to be inspired. What exactly do you want? What is the cost of what you want? Because see, and you must learn to want big things. I love thinking big. I tell people one of my problem. I think it's my weakness. I think big too much. I think big. You tell me about your idea, where I'll start seeing the idea is my problem because I'll just think too big. I think too big. Sometimes my friends are telling me about some things and how I'm seeing it. And when I'm trying to share my input, when I'm trying to execute, when I'm trying to Joe, calm down. No, that's not we have not reached it. I'm in my head because I think too big. What is working in your life? What is not working? What do you need to improve? What do you need to improve? What do you need to improve? What should you stop doing? See, it's not you hearing what I'm saying. Oh. You must learn to write. When I decided to restart my life in school, one of the things I used to do there was I had so many friends. I had so many female friends in my life. I used to talk to so many people. And because then I used to know how to talk, I used to have sweet man, I know how to talk. So I used to keep so many female friends. Then when I noticed that, for the kind of life where I'm going to, this will not work for me. I cut off. So then you could not, the kind of phone I used to have then, you could not block people. Then I'm not, it's not like you could not block. Then there was no feature like that to block. So what I used to do was I just delete your number. And it was funny because when you start these things, you'll be battling. Today you delete, let's say Perpetual's number for instance. Today I delete Perpetual's number. Tomorrow I just Perpetual. I go and look for a way, go to Facebook, send her a message, she send me a number, I call her again. Another time, Perpetual, before you know, you cut off again. I kept doing back and forth until I was able to form a habit that could empower me. There are some people you should stop talking to. I'm so sorry. There's some places you should stop going to. I'm so sorry. There's some friendship you should disconnect from. There's a relationship that you should just cut off. Relationship that is not giving you money, is taking money from you, is taking your peace of mind, your mental health. You're always struggling, you're always stuck, you're always feeling terrible because of a relationship that is, you're always owing, you're always in debt, you're always having issues simply because of a relationship. What should you stop doing? Some of us, TikTok, TikTok, TikTok. You are broke, but you always have data for TikTok. Everything happening on TikTok, you know what's up. I used to have this friend. I hope she's not watching. I just pray she's not watching. I used to have this friend, and in our office, every day she would subscribe a particular amount of money. And what she was doing then was just inspiring, but not to me. The money I'm looking for, this person is subscribing every day just to be checking online Whiskey and Davido. Like she knew, he or she knew the everyday life of this person. This TV show, they know everything that's happening, all the gist, all the gossip, they know what's up. This is the same person that will finish that and they are depressed about the things they don't have yet in their life. And the question in my head is this time you are using to shove the internet, why can't you use to invest in your mental capital, your thought capital? Why can't you just use and invest in your mind? This time you're using to feed your mind with things that would break you down. Why don't you use to feed your mind with things that will make you intelligent? And it's funny because when we see your habits over a period of time, we can easily predict how you end up. Unless you change. Unless you change, we can predict where you end up. Unless you change, we can predict your end. Unless you change. And this is not anybody wishing you bad. It's just how the world works. If you're somebody that likes eating food that has calories, except your body. Like I used to have some friends in boarding school. This guy, he was very slim. No matter the food this guy will eat, he can never be fat. Maybe he can get taller, but he can never be fat. But some of you, if you get little rest, if you eat small, any food that has calories, you become. So when you see people that are heavy, fat, you can easily say, hmm, evidence of where you've been, what you've eaten, what you've fed yourself with. So when I see kids that at age 5, age 10, they behave in a certain way, we can easily trace and check what have they been feeding themselves with. The parent, what have they been feeding these children with? You see a child of 3 years, 4 years, and they're very intelligent. You can bet that the parents are doing a good job feeding their mind. There's a little girl in church that I know. She speaks very well. You can never believe that she grew up in Nigeria, but she grew up in Nigeria. And when I'm told the kind of things, their routine, how they take care of this child, I'm like, wow, I wish my dad, my mom did this to me, but it's okay. Like Abraham, when he was 75, he never got any of these privileges. Now that I'm of age, everything I want, I should be able to acquire for myself. It doesn't matter what you were denied by your parents or by your guardian, it doesn't matter. Now you know what can change your life. What would you do? What would you do? It's not about what you've been denied over the years. No. It's not that you have access to your brain. You cannot think for yourself. What would you do? What should you start doing? What should you start doing? What should you stop doing? What should you start doing? Start doing reading, investing in your thought capacity, your thought, investing in the things that can shape your mind, that can improve your thoughts, the quality of your thoughts. There are books you read, it affects how you see yourself. There are books you read, it affects how you see other people. There are books you read, it affects the kind of desires that you have. There are books you read, it helps you travel the world. There are books you read and it changes your possibility. The frequency you operate in, everything changes. I wrote here, reflect on your personal and professional life to identify the gaps between where you are and where you want to be. So it means that you first of all have to know where you want to be. In the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? I had a diary in school, my final year, and luckily for me, I had somebody that took me on a session that helped me project my next 5 years. And I told my friend that I think that was 2 years ago. Everything I wrote, I had accomplished. So I need to. I had to rewrite my next 5 years. So your next 5 years, how does it look like? How does your next 5 years look like? What do you want to see yourself? Who do you see yourself becoming in the next 5 years? It affects who you follow, even on social media. Every time I have a new habit, every time if you post nonsense, I don't care who you are. If you post nonsense on Facebook, I will follow you. I don't care who you are. For real. If you post nonsense on Facebook, I will follow you immediately. Instagram, I will follow. I don't negotiate it. Even though I have your phone number, I don't care. I will follow you first. That's the first thing I'll do. Because there is who I'm trying to become. Don't distract me. There's who I'm trying to become. Don't stop me. Don't. So if you can think of posting this kind of thing, I don't know. Probably we should just be friends on WhatsApp or other platform, but not here. You're trying to confuse my current reality. You're trying to reduce this frequency I'm operating in. I'm trying to switch frequency. You're trying to distort it for me now. I can't take that. I have to unfollow you. I'm so sorry. I love you, but I have to unfollow you. Reflect on your personal and professional life. I think a lot of people don't really have a professional plan. A lot of people don't really have a professional plan. I understand that everybody should become, everybody loves entrepreneurship, right? Yeah, it's great. But what's your professional life? What's your goal for your professional life? What is that ladder you're trying to climb? You know what a ladder is? It means step one, step two, step three. Where are you going to? Where's the peak for you? Where's the top for you? So that we can easily say, okay, you've climbed the first ladder, the second ladder. How do you measure your professional journey? How do you measure your professional journey? How do you measure your professional journey? What steps can we see? You're climbing, you're climbing, you're climbing, you're climbing. We can't see you after 5 years, after 10 years. You are still that person we knew. You've been a shoemaker, and after 20 years, that is the same thing at the same level you're still operating in. No, you've been selling here, you've been doing this, and after 5 years, 10 years, there has to be a plan, guys. There has to be a plan. So, what is your professional plan, your journey? What is the plan? Write it down. What skills would help you get there? Write it down. Number two, we've been on number one for almost an hour plus. So, at 9:23, I'm talking about point number two. I hope we're learning. I hope we are learning. Point number two, clarify your why. Why exactly do you want this? Why exactly do you want to do this? Figure out what gives you a sense of purpose. That's point number two. Why? Because if you don't know why, you just start. Start a project, you start a career, you start a business, you start. 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 year in, I'm tired. The next time we find you are doing something entirely different from the first one because you don't know why you started in the first place. You don't know why. You don't know why. You don't know why. Today you're doing IT. Next week we came. Joe, there is money in agri. There is money in agri. I'm telling you the truth. I'm serious. There's money in agri. Fine. Just when we are trying to listen to your explanation, the next second, Joe, have you ever checked the opportunities in real estate? There is money in real estate. Okay, fine. Okay. Let's listen to what this guy is saying. Joe, I want to become a digital marketer. That's not the problem. Just when we're trying to listen to what it means for you, Joe, I want to jackpot. I don't tire. My question to you is, what exactly do you want? Why do you want it? Because when you know why you want it, you'll be able to stay, invest, and see the result of your effort. You've not done anything. Why should you see anything? For you to be able to unlock this level of result, it means there is a particular level of work required. In this business, there is wealth in every craft. Maybe. So it means that there is a particular level of work you need to put in to be able to harness, to unlock that level of wealth. Am I making sense, guys? This is what I have to know if I'm making sense. So are you guys learning? So if you have questions, please, you can just drop questions in the comment and I'll try to take some questions before I leave. I'll try to be very fast now. So point number three, set new goals. Not set goals, set new goals. Set new goals, set new goals, set new goals. Set new goals, set new goals, set new goals, set new goals, set new goals. What big thing should you be part of? Set new goals. What are some of the things you should be part of doing? I love this big thing. Can I be part of it? I want to do something big too. What can I be part of? Are we learning? Guys, let me know in the comment if you guys are following me. Are we learning? Are we learning, please? Give me feedback. Are we learning? I know you're writing. You can always type as well, just to let me know you're following, please. Set new goals. What big thing should you be part of? What big thing should you create? What can you build? What can you build? Personal reinvention. What can you build for your career, for your business? What can you build? What can you build? What can you build? What can you build? Amazing. If I should be given an award, she's the most active student today. What can you build? Then point four here is overcoming limiting beliefs. If you have questions, I think some of you maybe your network is slow, so before you get to where I ask the question, you may not hear me. I feel it. I know. Okay, that works. Overcoming limiting belief. One of the things I like to talk to us about is stop doubting your ability. You've gone to school, you've gotten certified, you've learned so much, you've read so much, you've gone for courses, you know, all your qualification was to bet this version of you. So you must overcome that belief, that imposter syndrome that you're not good enough. No, you must believe that you are good enough. Stop doubting your abilities. So, the reason why you're not even able to talk about your superpowers, talk about your special abilities, is because you don't believe in yourself enough. I was there too. I couldn't brag. People brag about me, but I could not brag about myself. People tell me about myself. I'm like, let me be that. Stop doubting your abilities. You're good. But I've told you before, you're good. And if you're not good, tell yourself the truth. Joey, this one is no imposter syndrome. I'm not good. Then it's beautiful because you now know your own problem. Nobody has told you your problem. You now know your problem. So how can you improve? Something that Judas Afolabi used to say. He used to say, um, incompetence will embarrass you in front of a big opportunity. Incompetence will embarrass you in front of a big opportunity. So one thing is I know I'm good. Another thing is I know I'm not good. So it's beautiful for you to know that you're not good. What do you need to do? Build. Build. At least you now know your problem. You now know that you'd have to build. Understand the role of tech, overcome limiting beliefs. Understand the role of tech and social media in your personal life, work, and career. Now, a lot of people, I think this has reduced over the years. People used to say, I'm not a tech person, I'm not a social media person, I'm not a LinkedIn person, I'm not an X, I'm not, I don't know how to do social media. Joe, I know that thing is for you guys. For us, we just like to be in the background. To reinvent yourself is to be able to plug yourself to the kind of opportunities that will change your life. And how I try to always try to explain this social media for people is that I try to explain to people that your ideas, your career opportunities, business opportunities, how can you plug in with people? You need people basically, right? So now the question is, where are these people? They're in churches, they're in mosques, they're in the marketplace, they're on the streets, they're in the market, they're everywhere. But there's a tool that has brought a lot of these people together on a single platform where you can actually connect with them. internet, social media. So if this makes it easy for everybody to connect, one of the things you want to do is to what? Plug in. So instead of you saying I'm not a social media person, I'm not a tech person, you should ask yourself, how can I actually plug in? They send you a link. You want to send the link to somebody, please help me check this. You have not clicked it, or you want to just send to somebody to help me check this. No, click it. Another point I wrote here is replace negative beliefs or mindset that hinder you, replace them with positive ones. Point number five. Point number five, because of our time, point number five, I want to see if I can wrap up before 10 o'clock. Point number five, I have a lot to talk about, but point number five, personal reinvention. Point number five. Point number five. Point number five. Acquire new skills and knowledge. 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 Identify the skills and knowledge and behaviors you need to embody for the person you are becoming. There's a person you are trying to become. There is a skill that is required. There's the knowledge you need to have access to the kind of reward that will bet this person of this version of you. Skills and knowledge. There's some new things you need to learn. So the question is, what are you learning? What are you learning? What kind of books? What are you studying? What skills are you learning? There was a time in my life I knew that where I was, I needed to unlock a certain degree of possibility for myself. So there was a skill I had to learn. And for so many years, and for some of you, so I think you know when I started making videos and stuff like that, I knew that I needed to start showing my face. I could write. They loved my writing, I was just doing well. But I wanted to operate on a different frequency. Videos. I think that was in 2022, 2021, 2022. I said I wanted to start making videos. What did I need to do? I wanted to move at the speed of light. Then I had a friend that could edit for me, but I wanted to move at the speed of light. I understood that, see, if I want to move at the speed of light, I actually, for myself, I needed to also learn the skill of video editing. So I had to enroll myself in a class to learn how to edit videos. And not just editing videos at a frequency, at a higher level, so that my videos will not just look like the regular kind of video. So when they see my video, like, this guy is good. What camera? The question is like, what camera do you use? What software do you use? How do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? I wanted that kind of question. I wanted that kind of question. So the kind of videos I wanted to start creating, I needed people to start asking me questions. So if I post a video, Joe, how do you set your light? What kind of camera do you use? What kind of lens do you use? Let me see your setup. And I'm like, I like that kind of question. So our start of just being this person operating at this level, I needed a new skill and a new skill and a new skill and a new skill. So every time I have questions, I have desires, and I have a level I want to operate at, and I ask myself, what skill will take me there? For some of you, you need to learn about advertising. Facebook ads can be the reason why your life will change. Facebook ad. Just like waiting go pay me. I don't know. But have you figured out which skill can you learn? Which skill can you master? See, I'm not talking about just learning any skill. No, it is the game of mastery. The game of mastery. People that will pay you good money, they'll not pay you because you're a beginner. And it's funny because whenever I have opportunities to ask people what they do, I get some really crazy answers. And for now, I'm just trying to learn graphic design. I just started learning UI UX. And I just started learning makeup. And I started learning fashion. And Joe, this thing is not easy. Oh. I just started, but nobody cares about what you just started learning. Tell us what you are doing. It doesn't matter if you're learning it now. People are see. Every time people ask you what you're doing, they're trying to ask you why should I pay you. I'm a core member. I'm a student. Nah, that's the wrong answer. What do you do? I help promote this through this and this. Okay, how do you charge? How much do you charge? That's the next question. I help people to publish their books. I help. That is what people want to hear. Nobody wants to hear that. Currently, I'm learning how to publish book. You know, this is my fourth week of. Nah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Even you don't care. When you tell people what you are learning, you are trying to tell them that, can you wait for me to finish learning? And it's funny because when they now know that you're just learning this thing, nobody wants to risk 300K, a million, 500,000. Nobody wants to risk that kind of money to a learner to try. I just learned website too. You want to use me and practice. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. People want to give people opportunities that have gotten mastery of their craft. So have you been able to acquire a new skill? Have you been able to master your old skills? What knowledge do you have? If you are given 30 minutes to speak, what can you talk on confidently? And one of the skills that we need to master is confidence at a higher level. Are we learning, please? Should I stop here? Should I stop here? Are we learning? Should I stop here? Should I stop here? You must invest in your personal development. You must what? You must invest in your personal. It's called personal for a reason. It is you that know who you want to become. Others are reading one book in a month. You can't be reading one book in a month if you want to make it in life. You can't. You can read 3 books in 1 year. You're not ready. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you so much, but you're not ready. You're not. Mm-mm. One book in a month. I read as many books as possible. I'm reading ebook there. I'm listening to an audio there. I'm reading a hard copy there. I'm listening to a YouTube here. I'm feeding my mind because there is who I want to be. I have a goal for this month. I have a goal for this year. I have a goal for next year. I have a goal for the next 5 years. For the next 10 years, there is where I'm trying to. I have a target. Sorry, guys. I need to just take a sip of water. Whew, I've been talking too much. I think I'll just calm down. If people are making me to shout too much. I don't used to shout too. It's called personal development for a reason. So please start bringing your question. I'll try to wrap it up somewhere. I still have 2 pages, but I'd like to just close it somewhere that we can have part two. I'm sure we would like that, right? So invest in your personal development. Invest in books, in courses, Invest, invest, invest. The next point here is invest in mentorship and relationships. This is where a lot of people miss it. You can't try to reinvent yourself without having somebody you're currently learning from, without having a role model, without having people that you are glued to their timeline that you are learning from. Who are you following? Let me see if I see who you are following. I can see the life you're going to be. I can see your future. At some point in my life, I said, where I'm going to. There's a people I had to unfollow. I was tired of laughing at comedy, so I just had to start unfollowing some people. Invest in mentorship and relationships. Some of you, the people that should change your life, you're not following them. Learn to stay in touch. Learn to have quality conversations. Call your friend. How you doing now? There's this business I'm trying to start to um, brainstorm, 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 brainstorm about money. Brainstorm about how you want to make your new your 5 million naira, your 10 million naira. Brainstorm. Brainstorm how you want to launch a course, how you want to launch a product, and how you want to make 10 million from it. Brainstorm. Not the kind of friends that will be telling you, oh my way, now what for you? This social media never tire you. What you they do for now? All of now, I want to people money online. Now have people you can brainstorm opportunities. You can brainstorm strategy. You can brainstorm. Brainstorm. Have friends that you can share ideas that will be thought provoking. Brainstorm. Invest in relationship. One of the things I'm blessed with, I have quality friends, quality relationship up there. My friends, I have quality relationship. I have quality people that mentor me. I have quality friendships. Quality, quality, quality. And to some of you, there's some people you're trying to break into their cycle, but your current cycle, you are investing nothing. Stop trying to jump into another person's cycle. Your current cycle, how can you make it better? What are you currently doing with your cycle of influence, your friends? What are you guys discussing? What are you doing? You're trying to invite somebody that will charge you 50 million to come and speak on your platform. Your friends, what are you using your friends for? What are you using your friends for? Your friend will come and speak for you for free. You don't want to invite your friend. Not even that. You don't want to build quality connection. Some of you, even though you invite your friend, they will never come because you've never been able to build your own platform. Invest in quality mentorship and relationship. Invest. Point number 6, surround yourself with positive influences. Surround yourself with supportive and growth oriented individuals who align with your vision. It's very important. Are we learning? Are we learning? Are we learning, please? Are we learning? Seek out mentors and peers who can guide and inspire you through your reinvention process. You know, it's more like you're trying to restart your life. You need to have people that have gone through that journey, people that can inspire you. See, when I'm talking with my friends, I don't talk like I know anything. No, I beg. I'm trying to do this. What do you think? Share ideas. Some of us, some of you, you've seen your friends and finish. They cannot even help you because you've seen them and finish. You've seen them and finish. That's thing they say see finish. You've seen them and finish. Have friends. Your friends should be able to inspire you. Your friends should believe in you. And you should believe in your friends too. Believe in your friends. Believe in your friends. Believe in the abilities of your friends. Let go of relationships that drain your energy or that keep you stuck. Let go of relationships that drain your energy or that keep you stuck. Ask yourself, and sometimes some of you, you are the friends, they are the friends that people should let go. It's funny. Some of you are thinking about who you should cut off. Meanwhile, if that your friend is here, they'll cut you off. They'll cut you off. Because what is the value that you're adding to their lives? What value are you adding to their life? Point number 7, start a new ritual. New ritual, reading, have a curious mindset. You're always trying to know. Oh, now there is something that a lot of people don't know how to do, or it's not part of their habit. There's a different thing with reading and studying. Now, reading is when you just read. Study is going back to check this thing I just have said. What's the meaning? What does you know how you read a book and there's a word you just saw for the first time? Some of you pass. You're not supposed to do that. New knowledge, seeking knowledge is you trying to research. What does this mean? This new word, what's the meaning? How can I apply it? There's a time that if I learn a new word, I'll try to use it in my post. I'll try to use it and write a post so it to stick. I'll try to use it in sentences. I'll try to use it often when I'm writing so I cannot forget the spelling. You need to have a curious mind. Start a new ritual. You need to have a curious mind. These things that Joseph is talking about, interesting. I need to learn them. What do I need to start learning from what he has talked about? Curious mind. You need to learn how to learn. 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 You must be okay. You must be to tell yourself, this is what I just have talked about. What YouTube video should I go and watch? What book? I need to improve how I speak. What book can I read? What book can I read? I need to learn how to think. What book can I read? What podcast can I listen to? What video can I watch? Then the next ritual is upskilling. Upskilling. Your current skill. What is the next level? How can you switch it? I think I love these guys that do fashion. They always talk about upgrade, 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 upgrade. My sister is a fashion designer, so I hear that a lot. Upgrade, upgrade. And in my head, okay, but you can go, you're really good, but I need to upgrade. Upskilling is your ability to know that this thing I've learned can no more serve me. Now, there's a pyramid, there's a pyramid, there's a pyramid, there's a pyramid, there's a pyramid. And let me see if I can draw. Let me see if I can draw. In my notebook, let me see if I can draw. So let's say here is 300,000. Here is 5 million. Here is 10 million. Then it keeps climbing, right? Can you see? So you ask yourself, the first pyramid, 300,000. What can I do that can help me earn 300,000 weekly, monthly? Maybe. Then when you are done, Upskilling is your ability to learn new things that can increase your earning power. So you can now start earning 5 million. I start earning 5 million. What else can I do that can help me earn 10 million? Pyramid. Are we learning? Until you are able to upskill, you'll be stuck at a place for a long time. You'll be stuck at a place, you'll be operating at a particular frequency for a long time. Why? Because you've not been able to learn a skill or upskill yourself to be able to negotiate new options. New options. New options. Do we have questions? I would like to take questions before we wrap it up from here. I have 8 more minutes and I'd like to keep the time. 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Please, if you have questions, just type it in the comment and I'll take it. If you have questions, please type it in the comments and I'll try to take your questions. If you have questions, please type it in the comment. I'll try to take it from there. Our topic is still personal reinvention, the mindset and actions needed to achieve unprecedented results. I hope we're learning. I hope we're learning. Point number 8, mastery of how the world works, how your industry works, how your career works, how that industry you want to launch into, how it works. And how do you know how it works? By observation. By observation. By observation. By observation. By observation. And whenever I have opportunity to speak, sometimes, often, maybe I try to use the illustration of the entertainment industry to teach. And one of the things you would try to learn from, especially the comedy industry, is that there's how it works. So if anybody wants to break into that niche, there is how it works. Okay, this is the current to the collaborate. These are the, I have to be extra skilled. I have to be very funny. My creativity has to be at the highest level. So you can't launch into comedy right now by just doing what the average person would do. Nobody will give you attention. You have to be extremely funny. You have to come in with your own unique style. Every year, there's always like a new person breaking the market. How can you break into that market? What style? What is going to be different about you? Are we learning? I'll take a question or two, then I'll say a few words, then we'll end it here. Was this worth your time? Did you learn? I still have so much to share, but I would like to use the we have this is 9:55 here. I'd like to use 5 minutes to take questions. So I'll take one or two questions and I'll say what I'm supposed to say here, then we call it a night. Was this worth your time? Go ahead and let me know. Was this worth your time? 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 Questions, questions, questions. I'll take two. I'll try to see if I can take two questions or more. But if you have questions, please leave it in the comment and I'll try to read it out and answer. I have so much to share. I don't want to keep us here till 12. So um I understand that some of us will have work tomorrow, so I'll keep it short. Was this worth your time? Yes. Questions, 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 questions. Questions, please. Okay, in the process of reinvention, but you have something like a job stopping you from achieving your new height. In this case, what should the person do? Let me close my book. Okay. Please, if you have questions, please type in your questions so I can take it before I leave here. I have so many things to share, but probably I think we should probably have a part two of this. A part two of this would work. So we'll try. I'm supposed to have this every Sunday, right? But something happened yesterday. We couldn't have it, so the next time we'll have this session would be on a Sunday. Okay, so Sundays. In the process of reinvention, but you have something like a job stopping you from achieving your new heights. In this case, what should you do? Well, I don't know what you should do, but I'll tell you what I did. I got a job in 2020. There's a job I had in 2020, 2019, 2020, and I was working with a high NGO because I only wanted to work in an NGO. So I had a job um, at an NGO, high NGO, and I was still doing everything I was doing. Oh. I was still doing YPC, I was still doing my business, everything. Social media was still everywhere. So one of the things that I did for myself was I understood that I had a job. So you must come to the reality that first you have a job. It's beautiful. You have a job. So one of the things I used to do I started looking for new tools to because I needed to still be writing my post, obviously. So one of the things I did was I started scheduling my post, my videos. So I'll make a video, I'll edit in the night or after work because our office weekdays we close by 5. They know me at the office. Once it's 5, my laptop is closed. Then Fridays we close by 1 o'clock. So what happens is for me, Fridays are my most productive day. So once we close from work by 1 o'clock, from 1 o'clock till 5 evening, I rush back home. I try to create videos. I try to do the things I need to do because I know that the week will be very busy for me. So I try to create content that I can use within the week. At the close of work from 5, while I'm in the cab going back home, I try to write. So I'm always with my headphone, my earpiece. So I can't be caught up in the noise. No. I'm always trying to listen to something new. Always trying to listen. I'm always trying to write. I'm always trying to create something that I'll post, something that can feed my audience. I'm always trying to put something together because I knew that I didn't have time. I had a job, but I understood that this job is not going to tie me down. My life cannot be boxed up. No. So once it's 5 o'clock, I write, I create so that in the morning or in the night, I schedule my post for morning. So when you see by 8 o'clock, by 7 o'clock, my post is up. It's not because I wrote it that time. No, it's because I scheduled it. So you have to learn what are the apps, the tools I can use to schedule my stuff, depending on what you do. So if you know what exactly do you do, and what exactly is your job stopping you from doing, I think that's a better question for me to ask. What What is your job stopping you from doing? I don't want to answer a question out of context. But for me, what I was doing there was I maximize after work, my after work time. I maximize my weekend to create things I could publish. All right. If what is your work stopping you from doing? What is your work stopping you from doing? And by the way, if you're watching, please try to subscribe to our YouTube platform. Check top left, you see subscribe. Try to subscribe. Try to subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Try to subscribe. Try to subscribe. Try to subscribe. Thank you. So, if what is your job stopping you from doing? My job is teaching. Amazing. So, what is your job stopping you from doing? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. What is your job stopping you from doing? Don't worry, guys. I'll leave this video here so you can watch as many times as you want. So you can invite your friends to still come and watch. I'll try to leave the video. You can always come back to my YouTube platform, and the video will always be here for you to watch. So you can watch and watch and watch and watch and keep watching, and So tell me, what is your job stopping you from doing it, Naya? Your job is teaching. Amazing. What is your job stopping you from doing? While she's trying to put her thoughts together, for me, I used to understand that my work time is my work time. But after work, I try to, because I was living in two different worlds. My work outside of work was me, a different version of me, right? So I used to use that time after work. My headphone is on, blocked, no noise. When I'm going back home, and I try to create stuff. I think of what do I need to create: my videos, my content, my product, my conferences, anything I need to create. Those are the times I try to create content. I curate my content, right? The people I need to reach out to, people I need to call, that's the time I try to call them. People I need to collaborate with, I try to make those calls after work time, right? So you have to understand that, first of all, this is my new reality, but how can I become productive still with this new reality? If what is your job stopping you from doing? You've not answered the question. I hope she's still on the call. I hope I've been able to help us on the first edition of personal reinvention. I hope I've been able to help. Okay. From building my digital presence, I need to create content. Exactly what I was saying. See, your job doesn't stop you. It's about the mind, the mind, the mind. You have to accept your current reality. In fact, let me shock you. Your current job can become your content for your social media space. Your current job can become your content for your social media space. I have friends, I have people that where they get their content from is from their job, their job, their job, their job. They vlog content from their job. So, except you are ashamed of being a teacher, you can create content from being a teacher. You don't need to be ashamed of being a teacher. Sometimes the reason why you are not really creating what you should create is not because you don't want to quit, because I don't want to put this out that I'm a teacher. Maybe you don't have to, but then you can create content from your place of work while you're at work. For me, my job, then we used to have break from 12 to lunch break from 12 to 1. So from 12 to 1, while I'm eating, I'm thinking of what to post in the evening, because I understood that this is my new reality. This is my new life. And I don't know how long this life is going to be for. So I have to maximize this life to create things that can feed people while I'm working. I hope this helps, basically. I hope this helps. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy that we've come to a close of personal reinvention day one. Day one. I think we should have part two, because my notes are still full, and I would still love to talk to us about so many things that can help us move forward. Right? So this is the first edition of our post-conference sessions, post-connect conference sessions. And I'm super sure we didn't waste our time. We gave us value for our time. And I'm just so happy that we are here. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. It's been a good time. Thank you much. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you so much, Petra, for being here. Thank you so much. I learned a lot and it was worth my time. I'm glad. Thank you so much for joining in. Hello, Duke Peter. Duke Peter, good to see you. Thank you so much, Duke, for joining in. Thank you so much. I'm grateful that you took out the time to join in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If I want me to stay here, there is no time, no break, even at home. Okay. If I send me a message on Instagram, then we can take the conversation from there. Take Send me a message on Instagram, then we can take the conversation from there. I think we can talk more about this if Naya send me a message. Thank you so much, Jessica, for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chubi Ocheja, for being here. I really learned a lot. Can't wait for the next session. I hope we have a next session. So let's keep it a date every Sunday. I want to see how we can be doing this every Sunday for the next 1 month, every Sunday. And mind you, if you're in the city of Calabar, I'm going to be in Calabar on Friday for the yeah, Impact in Leadership Conference 2024. So this Friday, I'm going to be in the city of Calabar. I'm going to be in the city of Calabar. So if you're anywhere close to Calabar, let's connect. Thank you so much. Looking forward to part two. Yeah, looking forward to part two as well. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Ifunaya, for being here. Send me a message on Instagram. I think let me just look for how to put up my Instagram so that you can send me a message. My Instagram is I am Joseph Etim. I am Joseph Etim on Instagram. Let's connect there. Send me a message, introduce yourself and your question, then we can always take it up from there. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It's been a great time. I had a good time. I had a good time. I had a fantastic time. And I'm super sure that part two will be exclusive. If you've not subscribed, try to subscribe. Check the button on the left corner of your screen. It's a red icon. Subscribe, and so that you can always have notification when we. There's some videos. I always try to post videos on videos. I record videos, and I also post here on YouTube videos for you to help videos that can help you explore opportunities, how to apply for opportunities, remote work. There are a lot of remote work opportunities out there. I always try to share some tools that can help you make more money for your work, some things that can help you build your digital presence, how to build your brand, a lot of things that can help you switch you know, questions that you will not want to ask. Sometimes I take out these questions and I try to make videos out of them, and it's just to help you, right? So you want to subscribe so that you can always get notifications whenever we share things here that will change your life. Thank you so much, Apostolic Mandate. Amazing. Thank you so much, Sir Omar. I don't know. I think Apostolic. Thank you so much, Sir Omar, for being here. It's a privilege to have you on board and in this session. Thank you so much for being here and staying till the end. So this is 9 minutes past 10. I would like to honor our time, and especially because we have work tomorrow. So until I come your way again. Today was part one on personal reinvention, the mindset and actions needed to achieve unprecedented results. I hope you had value for your time, and I'm so excited that we're here today. So please subscribe and stay connected. Follow me on Instagram. Follow what we do, and follow me on Instagram at I am Joseph Etim. I am Joseph Etim. So one of the things you want to do now, I want you guys to do something for me. Please take a screenshot of what is happening here right now. Take a screenshot and post on your Instagram story. Tell me something you've learned. Tell me something you've learned. Tell me something. You have a question. You can also ask there. But then right now, let me smile. Talk about something you've learned. Talk about how exciting this session was. Tag me on Instagram, and I'll try to repost. I'll try to respond to you. I will try to connect. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. Until I come your way again, my name is Joseph Tim. I'm the founder of Young People Connect Africa, and we're always pleased. We're always pleased to bring opportunities your way. And today was the first session on personal reinvention. Until I come your way again, have a great evening.